So hi everyone, this is Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. Today we have Mr. Singh with us. So Mr. Singh has got the Canada student visa after two refusals. We'll just talk to him and see how his journey was and what his profile is, and yeah. So Mr. Singh, can you just talk us through your profile first? Like, what is the background, academic background you have, and yeah.
Navdeep, how are you? Uh,
I'm doing
uh,
great, sir. Thank you. How's you doing
yeah,
today?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Thank you so much, me and my family. Thankful for your service. And so I'll just elaborate on my profile. I've done a BA honors in business management from a university in the UK with the first class UK honors. Numeric percentage is close to 79 and
Sure.
with zero backlogs. So since I was a graduate of 2019, I enrolled myself in a management trainee position as a marketing executive for a luxury automobile brand. And so then I was planning on to pursue higher education. Hence, I opted for a global business management program at Humber College for May 2020 intake. I chose this program because it was slightly a replicated version of the MBA because they teach you the holistic things, and in the second year, some sort of a specialization is offered, and that was my key intention, not just to pursue like the cliche 2 year course, but to have that goal in mind. But I refused couple of refusals, unfortunately, for this particular course and college. Then after that, this entire
So what
pandemic thing came. Yeah.
So what exactly the steps did you take after the refusal, and did you do some research? What exactly did you do, and what was
Right,
going in
right,
your
right.
mind?
So I've been like the only individual, like no agents were involved in the filing and everything. So after this, the entire pandemic thing came into the picture, very unfortunate. And then I did some research and I got to know about this concept of GCMS notes. Like there's a huge, like everyone's been talking about it now, but figured this like last year itself. There's something called the GCMS notes, which provide you a precise reason as to why the visa officer refused your file. So I applied for that, applied for both of them. So it came out like I've already studied this thing, similar things in my bachelor's. My work ex is slightly relevant to this. So I believe you've already achieved the benefits of this particular program in your previous work experience as well as your academic experience. So there is no academic progression. So then I was doing a lot of these. So I was like, okay, this is the reason, and we can rectify this. We can either rectify it by changing into a master's level program. But I was being conveyed that a lot of people, since I have a 3 year degree, it's very difficult to get in a master's level program. But I think it's better. It's always better to seek professional assistance, and like email the universities as such. So what happened? I did some research. I emailed a lot of universities, so New Brunswick was one of them, and they told me you have good scores, so you're also eligible. You might be eligible for a GMAT waiver, and your degree is fine. 3 years is perfectly fine. So why you also we apply to a lot of universities, but like Brock, for instance, and certain other institutes, and this UNB also we applied,
Yeah.
and fortunately I got my admit in the UNB, and that was for an MBA program. So it's
Yeah.
definitely a master level program. So this institute doesn't really offer a specialization, but you can choose your elective modules in the
Yeah.
second year. Suppose you want
Yeah.
to pursue a course in finance, you can just select 6 to 7 odd core modules
Yeah.
in that particular field, and then you'll
Yeah.
be having an MBA with the majors in finance or marketing or XYZ, whatever you're interested in.
Yeah.
So that's how it went ahead. So I did some research. I came up with this because like I'm from Mumbai and in Punjab, there's like a huge market. So like with all these big players in the league, like no disrespect to anyone, they just like make it look very convincing. But when you talk to them, they'll just entertain you for like 5-10 minutes. They'll talk about we can only talk about this XYZ things, and after that you have to like pay us a fee and all that stuff. So that is little like it's a greed factor coming to the picture. But then I came across this very underrated YouTube Delhi Immigration Service. So came across the reviews and the testimonials, and like not just the testimonials but the case studies that you have been doing. I saw like a couple of channels, case studies on SOWP and all these things you conducting, because no one really does that. including these big players, So then I was like, okay, let's speak to this person. So I remember it was like three at midnight, I believe, three at late night. So I emailed you, and the first thing you asked me was to like send my SOP, and then you made a point like, okay, your SOP is quite vague, and I agree with that 100%. SOP was quite vague. That was one of the drawbacks. But you were quite optimistic about my profile. I was also a little bit, not really worried because I was also optimistic about my profile. And
Because you
then
had
you,
a good profile, yeah.
so
Your
for,
credentials
because
were good,
genuinely, I, yeah,
recent
yeah,
pass out, you were having good experience, so there was nothing wrong there.
correct, correct. So these factors came into the picture. I was like, okay, I think ho jayega is that way. So I opted for your services. I believe in October 2020, we applied for more universities and everything. March maybe this was September 21 intake, I'm saying. So March may we decided, okay, we will file for the visa and everything. The documentation was done from our end, and the SOP was drafted beautifully from your end, covered each and every point with all those, like career progressions and ties
Yeah,
to home country.
yeah,
Fabulous,
yeah,
fabulous.
yeah. And also, I have
Everything,
a
yeah.
question. Yeah, I have a question here. So, you mentioned you watched the videos and everything. So, it was only that, or did somebody recommended you also? Is this like
No, to
only?
be honest, like I mentioned at that time, I wasn't too much into like the visa thing because like now there are like a lot of WhatsApp groups and all these things. How it works. You might be knowing better. So that time I wasn't really a part of any of it. So I was just doing a lot of research on the internet, and came across these huge giant players. Like don't know remember the names, but like huge
Yeah, don't
giant
say,
players.
don't say the
Yeah,
name. That's
yeah.
yeah,
With over like like 300 400,000 subscribers and all these things, but like everyone is like visa aa gaya after four refusals, this came, that came, but when you speak to them on call, the only thing they will entertain you for 5 minutes, and the only thing they're going to tell you, now you have to deposit a fee, then only we will entertain you. But I still remember we spoke for hours, spoke for like good 45 minutes back to back, and like things work. That's how a person should be. Like that's how a person should be. It's a win-win situation for everyone that way.
yeah,
That I
yeah,
strongly.
yeah, completion. And so, did you actually expect a visa? Like we applied for the third time. Did you actually expect it? What was going in your mind? Were you
Uh, to
nervous?
be,
Like, did you expect it?
to be, yeah. To be honest, like I said, like before contacting your firm, I was also like speaking to a lot of people, not just in India, even the Canadian attorneys and all these things. But that was a very sophisticated process, and it had a huge investment in it. So they were saying, like some people were not so optimistic about the profile. They were like, no, yeah, abhi third time to bahut mushkil hota hai and all that thing. So that is, like it was back of my mind ki okay, there is a slight possibility of refusal. So it was more like a 50-50 thing, to be very honest with you. So the 50-50 thing, ho bhi sakta hai, nahi bhi ho sakta, let's shoot our shot karke. But then you gave a lot of, like hope, and the aura was good. Not just the aura, it came because of the logical reasoning as well. A lot of logical perspectives were into the picture. I still remember like isko aise nahi, we can do it like this, like how you suggested. Not just applying to colleges, we applied for scholarships and everything also. So the entire this progression was portrayed in the filing. The entire like first you were going for a certification course, then you recommended, okay, I think for your profile you can also opt for a master's, and not just in a like a private university or a tier 3 4 university, but good institutes which actually offer some sort of a GMAT waiver. So you had a lot of good recommendations, good types, good associations with these institutes, which I really
Yeah.
admired.
And how was the family reaction now? Like, is your family happy?
Oh,
Because I
yes.
think your father was pretty much into
Oh,
it and they
oh,
supported.
because
So,
like I mentioned, I've been waiting for this since about like 1 year, and 1 year is a huge time now. Come on. So
yeah.
everyone was very happy, and of course, we are very thankful for you and your team, of course. Yeah.
So also, I appreciate your support as well. Throughout the process, you have been very supportive in providing all the documents, whatever we requested. It was pretty supportive. So I highly appreciate your commitment also, and I think it's your hard work only which really paid off.
It's a
And
teamwork. It's a teamwork.
yeah. So yeah, thanks to God, everything worked out very well. So
And
thank you so very much for taking time and talking to me here. So is there anything you would like to add for the applicants who are suffering like from, after 2, 3 refusals, 4 refusals, suffering from this
yeah,
particular situation? So what
yeah,
piece of
yeah.
advice would you like to give them?
So I have always never to blindly trust anyone. That's like one of the like the most crucial advices, because that's one of the reasons why I applied back to back, because everyone says like, "Are second attempt you will get it, you will get it," but it doesn't work like that. These officers are also like very smart, and they're good at what they do, of course. So credit to them. So my thing is definitely apply for GCMS notes, because refusal letter will only give you one or two vague reasons, and but the precise reason is only mentioned in those like right to information, those GCMS notes, of course. So that is something which every refusal candidate must be opting for, because then they'll be getting those particular precise points, which can be like a game changer in their next application, like how it happened in my case. And because the state is clearly stated that apne pehle bhi you have studied these things, now again you want to study this thing, and you have work experience in this thing, so it's monotonous.
Yeah,
There's no academic progression. You study similar
yeah,
things, do something else now. That is, so we applied, changed the course, proper
yeah.
justification, like 100% satisfied. Yeah. Loved it. Honestly, just don't love it. Yeah.
Appreciate. And also, when you found out that your visa got approved, like in February, you might have received some notification. So when exactly did you find it out? Were you sleeping? What did you do afterwards immediately?
Oh, I think it was 20th April. Indian Standard Time was about I think 1 a.m. 1 a.m. I was a BVL. Okay, so for like they say these things come together. The BVL and the decision comes together.
Yeah,
Like so, I
yeah,
was
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
kept on, and this GC key is quite annoying. Like you have to delete the history 1,000 times, and then you have to re-log in. So that's
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
annoying. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
kept refreshing it for like 1 hour straight. I'm like, okay, it's not coming. I woke up like I think like 4 a.m. So it was messed up. I woke up till that time, but I didn't get the decision that time. So I was like, okay, let's wait for like it'll come the next day. So right after 25 hours, it came. It came at 2 a.m. I think 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. It came on 21st April or 22nd April, not sure. So that's when it came, and they said original passport request. So great thing, yeah. They requested the passport. So kudos to that. Very happy, very happy. Woke everyone up after that.
yeah. That's
Great
amazing. That's
experience.
amazing. So your smile says it all, basically. I know you're very
Yeah,
happy. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
I
just like
wish you, I wish you great luck. I'm very happy that I worked with you. You have been a great
thank
support. So, and you were sort of applicant who came up with a lot of research, and you were also pretty much involved in understanding what we are doing and what we are not. So I think that also shows that you're pretty much a bona fide student already. So I think it
you.
was just that the officer wanted to knew it in a certain way. So you're definitely gonna do well in your life for sure. So I highly appreciate and I wish you great luck. And thank you so much for taking time and talking to me. I wish you
Honestly,
great luck. And yeah, I mean, for further questions also, you're most welcome to send us
thank
email or
you,
maybe call us. So we'll be in
thank,
touch. Thank you.
thank you.
Have a
Take
nice
care.
day. Thank
Thank
you. Bye.
you too. One of these.